white boy.
Bitch ass white boy. Remember? Hey, do you remember what Mo said like last week? White people
I didn't
play
say
ball.
There you go. There it is. There's the winner. Look at that. Back. Gone. We have a chance. Show dad. Yankees 12, Red Sox 11.
He's gone. He couldn't go off the way.
No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Golazo! ¡Gol!
Well, there's a long ball through. And
Oh my God, an insane goal! I've just seen the most insane goal I have ever seen on a football pitch. Incredible Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Fed on through and here's Rust. Rust delays to Kobe.
Walton can tip it. Bryant with the save. Oh, you gotta get a shot here. Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
Oh, go ahead. Do your little intro.
Welcome back. It's another Tuesday. It's time for another sports show. It's your boy Mo and Weds with Earth2 Sports Talk. How's everybody doing today, man?
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, I'm sorry. And Jake. Oh.
And Jake, the white boy's back. It's okay.
The white boy's back.
The
Jake,
white boy's back.
if you start singing Slim Shady, I'm getting off the show right
No,
now.
you don't got to get off. I'll boot him off. It's very like you think I got time for that? Nah. But no, welcome back, Jake. It's been a minute.
Do you remember what Mo said like a week and a half ago to me?
Oh man,
I don't remember anything because that's going to get us canceled. So I don't know what Mo said.
Weston doesn't remember anything I say because Weston doesn't listen to me. That's the truth. Go ahead, Jake. What did I say?
No, because it might get us canceled. So I'll send it via text.
No. Say it.
Mo.
Do you
The problem
remember?
is,
Mo said the white man hasn't been right since the 1800s. It's okay.
Shit. You should have known. Why would you ever listen to me? If any of the times that you're not supposed to listen to me, now I got to go back and edit the show and beat that part out.
Jake,
Jake,
what's up?
Thanks to what you said and thanks to what Mo said, now you see why I don't listen to Mo because the things Mo said.
I don't think that's the reason. But go ahead.
Mo's an instigator, bro.
The main reason, but it's just one of the main reasons. That's all.
Me.
Mo's a bad influence.
No, I'm actually like one of the better people you guys know. So I
promise you're not, bro. I promise
I appreciate that, and that's the end of the time. Let's get into the show. Let's get into the show, gentlemen.
You're the bottom 10. Bro.
That's not true. That is not true. That is unequivocally not true.
Bottom 3.
No.
You said bottom 3.
Bottom 3 would be like, so what you're saying is I'm close to the devil. People that you know. I'm sorry.
Hold on. You're close to white Jesus. It's okay.
You know what? Jim Caviezel is a good-looking white man, so fuck it. Okay? I mean, he was the Passion of the Christ, and I am very okay with it. Let's get into the show, man. These guys.
This man really said he prayed to white Jesus. Okay.
You know,
all right.
I'm just gonna keep all that to myself. But let's get into the show. 3 things we need to talk about. Quickly. Dame Lillard hit 71 points. Was it 2 nights ago? Or was it last night? 2 nights ago, right?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? This is the second 70+ point game this season, right? Because the first one came from in Cleveland.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But when Donovan did it, they drug tested him the next day. You think Dame has Dame gotten drug tested yet?
Yes, immediately after the game.
Of course.
I sent you the clip. I told you, immediately after the game, he was like, he was like, this is the first time they actually drug tested me immediately after the game. And then he was like, and they know I'm scared of needles. So the fact that they did it after like my big moment, it was just like, but whatever. I was like,
fuck your moment. No, but okay. I think there's something to be said here, right? This is a league where this season we have multiple. I think we've had multiple
50-point game, multiple 40-point game, multiple 50-point game, multiple 60-point games.
Like what LeBron James has averaged 30 points
for
a lot of the season. I mean, he's like 38, so how come he doesn't get drug tested? You know what? I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just saying, like, this is
Sir, he owns the league. He owns the drug test. What do you mean? What?
You know
How come
what?
you don't get drug
I'm
tested?
mad at that. That is a good thing to own.
What do you mean? Like,
hold on, real quick. It's not only the NBA. It's also football and all that. Baseball's right around the corner. How many
DK
people?
got drug tested after
he wasn't that even playing football. It was the celebrity.
He wasn't. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't playing football. This is a celebrity all-star game.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. If I'm the NFL, I'm drug testing DK Metcalf at least twice a week. At least twice a week.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him.
Dude's an animal. Yeah.
I mean, and you know how he eats. Remember? Did you see the episode where he was talking to Shannon Sharp and he was telling what he eats? Like he eats like gummy bears and
yeah. It's like Skittles.
To be honest, to be like 25 again, where I could eat that shit and look like that. Because if I look at a gummy bear, I've gained 10 pounds now. I ain't even got to eat the shit. I just got to look at it, and I've gained 30 pounds.
If that ain't the truth, oh my goodness.
Oh man, to be 25 and active and jumping of what 50-inch verticals and dunk.
Like I said,
that's crazy.
If I'm the NFL, I'm drug testing him twice a week. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you will call it. You want to make it about race. You want to make it about color. You can make it about whatever you want. I'm drug testing DK Metcalf twice a week the entire time he's in the NFL.
Right.
What is this like?
On a funny note, I could see Weds being those one guys. Hey, white man, you looking kind of fluffy. You must have looked at a gummy bear. I got you.
That's more like something Mo would say.
But let's talk about Dame's moment. There's three things I want to talk about when I talk about Dame real quick, right? Dame is. I mean, enjoy your moment. 71 points is insane. You know, it's some. I mean, what was it? The last time somebody did that was Kobe. Not like before 70.
Booker did it after Kobe.
Okay.
Kobe had the 81. The next person that reached 70 was Booker. I think he was like 21 or 22 at the time. And the next time it's been done was Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. Now so like it's like literally 4 people, bro. And then so enjoy your moment. But I wanna. It's funny that I started this with Dame, so I want to talk about Dame real quick because Dame Lillard is one of those guys that he's like, I'm super loyal to Portland. I'm never gonna leave, and I'm not chasing anything. I'm not chasing the ring. I think they asked him a question about Russell, and he's like, "Oh, Russell's been on 4 teams in X amount of years. He left OKC, blah blah blah." So I wanna say something, and I know how you guys are gonna feel about it, but I think Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal are the 2 people who are enjoying not play, like the pressures of not having to play on a team that needs to win it all. Because this is the thing I want to say about super teams, because I think this is gonna start with Dame, but it's gonna explode, expand into super teams. Thing about super teams is that when you put that team together, do you know the immense pressure that is on all of the players all of the players that come in, right? Say like Kevin Durant now has immense pressure to win now, today. Like he can't this he has to win it this season. And then so now think about the bench players who almost never see the court, or who just see the court like in like maybe garbage minutes. But like you're now like your role has gone from like I just see the court whenever to like anytime I'm on the court, I have to make sure I protect the lead. I have to make sure I do something. I can't just be on the court walking up and down anymore. Like there's an immense pressure on super teams, right? Or players that join teams to win. When you look at a player like Dame Lillard and you look at a player like Bradley Beal who take big money to stay and be loyal.
Yeah.
Do you understand the amount of freedom they have to do whatever? I mean, Dame is expected to make the playoffs because he's Dame Lillard, right? And it's Portland.
Yeah.
What is his expectations to win?
None.
If we're being serious, none. So,
but here's the thing. But there's something to be said about that though, because they may not win championships, in Portland playing, with a team that's not helping him win, that's not doing anything to, to put guys around him to win. But he may not have that. But what he does have though is the fact that the city now has somebody to look, that they kind of look up to, like in terms of like, we know if nothing else, we know Dame Lillard got us in terms of like, in terms of sports go. So for somebody like that, like you were saying, pressure. but not everybody wants pressure put on them. And like you said,
Correct.
So the thing is though, and like Dame knows that whenever he plays, he has to perform.
That's
and
it. But that's it though. That's that's your job now. Is just to make sure. So this 71-point game, amazing. And this is what Dame has to do. He doesn't have to bring Portland. Like, to be honest, he doesn't have to bring Portland the championship to be Portland's guy.
No, he doesn't. Because all they're gonna remember is the fact that he put his all. He gave his all for the team.
But I'm asking you a question.
What's funny about that, guys, is you guys keep saying he's Portland's guy. He's the Pacific Northwest guy because there's no other team.
There's no other team in Seattle.
There's no other basketball team on.
I mean, wouldn't you call the Kings Pacific Northwest though?
No.
I mean,
I'm
talking Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, all that. Like that's Portland.
Because by the time we're talking King, we're talking way west. Like we're talking way west.
But they're like more. I guess.
I would say the Kings are more California, like North California.
Yeah, I'm saying that's why they're more west. They look at them as more west than than just like northwest. So
because they're not the Kings are not California. Like even though they are in California, I don't feel like they're Californians anything. They're just like, to me, they just feel like they're floating around the west. Like
bro,
Sacramento
is literally the state capital. Like, bro, come on.
I know. No. But if we're being serious, like, what is the basketball like? Okay, when someone says California basketball, what are the first two things you think of?
Golden State.
You think LA and then Warriors.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you might even think the Clippers.
You might even think Clippers.
And he said Clippers, but you don't think Sacramento.
No one ever thinks, oh wait, Sacramento. That's the thing.
Oh, but also they haven't been in playoff in like 18 years. Like 20 years actually.
Yeah, they haven't done it.
Last time they were there was like 2003.
I was gonna say they haven't been relevant since Mike Bibby, Peja, and freaking
Black. That was 2003.
Correct.
That was 2003 when they had Doug, it was like Mike Bibby, Doug Christie, Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber, and Divac.
Right.
Yeah.
So back to Dame. Let's not get caught up. Back to Dame. Right. He like it must be beautiful to play knowing that you're just only carrying the hopes of putting because I know you're gonna say he's Pacific Northwest guy, but like his jersey says Portland. Mm-hmm. You're playing with the hopes of Portland faithful on your back. Portland is like Portland is not expecting him to win a championship. Portland is not expecting him to
again.
Because he makes the playoffs and he loses.
It's just a matter of like, okay, first of all, it all comes down to what do you choose? Do you choose being the guy that the city holds at this high pedestal, or do you want to be the guy who shows up to who bounce from team to team as a mercenary trying to make something happen? Because that guy gets forgotten quick. That guy gets like right now. Do you remember Westbrook's stint in Washington?
Yes.
No, he didn't do nothing.
He took him to the playoffs.
No, but I'm saying. Okay, I'm saying.
I mean, as a basketball fan, as someone that watches basketball and knows basketball, yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
If you ask an average Joe, they might not remember.
And I'm saying. So I'm saying, there's even like for people who watch, like there are people who watch basketball. If they miss half a season, they have no idea what's going on because this guy bounced from this team to that team. This guy was like, but some things you knew to be true. Like Kobe is a Laker. You knew that to be true.
Correct.
LeBron, like LeBron, his first time, in Cleveland, you knew that when you see LeBron, you see the guy that holds the city on his back.
The kid from Akron, baby.
Bro, exactly. So by the time he came back in 2015, it was like, oh, the prodigal son returns. Like
that's it. That's it.
It's like certain things you just know to be true. Like LeBron can walk into a Cleveland arena at 75. It'd be like, oh my God, let's all bow down,
Yes, and the game will stop.
Of course. So it's like, certain things you just know that, you can count on, you can guarantee. Damn. And Dame being like, the Oregon guy, the guy who puts Portland on his back, the guy who remains loyal throughout all this move back and forth, guys chasing rings here and there. He was that guy. That's how they're gonna see him.
And it's again both sides of a coin. It's amazing because like there's no pressure on him to do anything other than just play for Portland until he retires. And then it's also like you said, he gets to be remembered as Portland's guy, or like Jake said, the PNW guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of LeBron, because you brought him up, so we're going to talk about him. He suffered an injury in a win, though. in a win against Golden
The
State.
Mavericks.
Oh, sorry, the Mavericks. Luka and the Mavericks. That was, first of all, how impressive was that win? Like, they're down 27.5. They come back. They tie the game up. They play like first of all, also, when you find out about LeBron getting injured, I'm doing quote unquotes because there are people who say it's fake because he might have said, look, man, I don't think we got enough firepower to make it because we got to win 20-something games to get to play in and all of that.
Have you been reading my diary, bro? Like,
no, but it's funny because I would have thought that you, as the, I don't know if, okay, you are a Lakers fan now because the guy's not there anymore. As the Lakers fan, I would think you would have a little bit of hope, but you don't, and I'm the one with the hope. But now I don't know if I have that hope anymore because Daddy Bron is injured.
Okay.
So,
Jake, you want to go first?
No,
the
go ahead.
question is
Hey,
right there. Has Father Time caught up to LeBron?
All I know is my fantasy team hates it because Bron is supposedly supposed to be out 2 weeks, and he was my main guy. So,
and it's still day to day after that. After the 2 weeks, they're still going to monitor for day to day. It's crazy.
So my fantasy team is hating it right now. But
so for Jake, it's just a fantasy thing. How about you? How about the Lakers fan out here? Right? How do you feel?
No, I don't think it's Father Time. I think LeBron got lazy. I think LeBron got lazy, since he got to LA. Because when he got to LA, especially after that championship, he feels like, I owe you guys nothing. I don't have to do anything right now. Everything I'm doing is just bonus. And that's how he's been playing. Like, I mean, again, because what he will do is he knows that he can't keep up this pace for 70 games.
Correct.
Because first off, LeBron has never played more than 70 games in a season. So I'm like, he knows he can keep up that pace for like 70 games. And especially with the way the season has been going now, he's like, with 20-something games left, like 21 games or 21 games left, he's like, with that amount of game left, the amount of work I would need to put in just to get into the playoff. And the problem is, if you get into a playoff as a 7 or 8 seed, you're playing Denver or or Clippers. Is Clippers number 2 right now? Yeah, you're playing Denver or Clippers, bro. Which means even if you do all that work to win, let's say 17 out of 22 games or something like that, and then to get in the playoff, and the first matchup you get is Denver or Clippers.
Right. You come in tired.
you come in already exhausted just because
Oh my god!
No, actually Memphis.
Do you want to put in all that work just to be a first round exit?
Yeah.
Possible first round exit.
Well, it's not even possible at this point because if you work hard to win 17 out of 22 games or out of 20 games or 16 out of 20 games to get into a playoff, and your first round is Denver or Denver or Memphis. Memphis is number 2 right now in the West.
Yes, so, Memphis is number 2.
Yeah, which means these guys were coming in poised because they've been in the playoffs since early March.
Correct.
So it's like those guys come in. Everything they win after that has been bonus. They're in sync. They've been chilling. The games, the last couple of games that they lose, they don't care about that because the number 1 seed or number 2 seed, they can literally win or lose games and decide who they could play based on the brackets. Like, would I rather go against LA or Phoenix, or would I rather go against Sacramento or Dallas? Like, so teams
one thing that you guys aren't even talking about is even if say LA wins that 17 games and whatnot. They need the other teams to do really bad for them to make it.
Yeah, Portland actually needs to slide.
Yeah, so the chances of all that happening and then
they're I think a game behind Portland, either a game or they were about a game behind Portland. So Portland
half a game.
Yeah, so which I mean, again, that is to be very honest, that is to me a little incredible because no one thought that the Lakers, because the way the season's for the Lakers, nobody thought that they'd make it close to making the play-in. So, I mean, I'm not going to give them their props. I'm just saying that's still an incredible thing to do. But it's like, I mean, you have LeBron James, AD, you now have D'Lo. That is, at this point, that's...
But here's the crazy thing about the West right now. Past the first 3 seeds, between the number 4 seed and the number... between number 4 and number like 11, it's really like a 4 game. It's like a 5 game difference.
It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy of a differential between those.
Not
games,
even actually.
right?
It's more like a 3.5 game difference. 3.5 game difference between number 4 and like number 12.
Right. And so if you catch fire, the question is as far as time, and you said no, right? He's just being lazy. I think so too. Which is I feel like is gonna lead us into our next topic, because I think if I'm LeBron, I'm 38. I've got my scoring title. I got the title for LA that I said I was. When I was coming to LA, I said I was going to bring them a championship, and I did that. Call it whatever, Mickey Mouse ring or whatever
bubble championship,
bubble chip or whatever. I did what I said I was going to do. Everything else at this point, I would like to win championships, but I don't want to be. I've already knocked that chip off my shoulder right since I got y'all a championship. But I don't want to be the guy who's. I'm not 27 anymore. I don't have to do this.
Yeah,
I would like to, but I don't have to.
Yeah,
and so
right
I'm
now
going
it's
to slow down so I can keep my body fresh, so I could play with my son.
Yeah, so
I 100% believe that's what's going on.
No, but I'm telling you right now, because again, I watch the games, and you can't tell me LeBron can leap out of the building and go for 45 one night. The next night, he's just chilling on the sideline. They just can name an injury that he got.
Right.
In street clothes, he's just chilling on the sideline for a game.
LeBron has had an ankle injury all season, but like the next game he's dunking, he's going over Ja's head and putting it in the basket. And he's going to go dunk in the All-Star game. He's blocking Shy in the All-Star game. Come on now, Tom Brady did it one season where he was on the freaking injury list every week and won a Super Bowl. I'm like, how the fuck? Like shoulder injury, elbow injury, something. What are we gonna make us week? And I think the NFL actually said something about it. Like, yo, this is kind of crazy. Let's relax. So this is weird
because they can call whatever they want in injury.
Unless you have to be actually injured, and the NFL doctors have to attest that you're injured before we actually put you on. Because when you put Tom Brady on the injury list, what I'm telling my defenders, right, is just one good hit so we can knock him out the game, and then you hit him once, you hit him twice, you hit him 3 times, and this man is getting up and torching you, and he's getting up and torching you. What fucking? Or Patrick Mahomes, high ankle sprain, Super Bowl champion, Super MVP. Listen, I'm just putting all that on the floor. But honestly, I think, it might be that LeBron used to, keep his body healthier during the seasons, right? Or whatever. But again, maybe like in the summers now, he's really fucking chilling. He works out closer to the seasons than before, where he would go on a social media break and you would never see him. But now LeBron he's in Hollywood. He's in Santorini. He's drinking Los Lobos.
So I think what Mo's trying to say is, Winston, you're going to appreciate this. The Bron's at that gummy bear age.
You know what? I think so too. Like LeBron beat the gummy bear age, and finally the gummy bear age is catching up with LeBron. That's what it is.
You know about that?
Go ahead, man.
You know what's funny about that? I think one of his teammates, I think Tristan Thompson was saying he's like, yo, people look at LeBron as like, oh, because he's this amazing athlete. It's like, yo, he eats like crap. Like he will sit there and eat eat like fries and and cheese things. Like he'll eat those things and he goes out and drop 40. It's like, I hate that guy.
I don't know. Seriously, if somebody did that to me, like if you know how you have when you're playing pickup ball and you see the dude with McDonald's in the corner. Like a full bag of McDonald's fries, burger, and a drink.
He gets on the court and he cooks.
I'm going to beat the shit out of you because I came in here on a salad, okay, and some water because if
I'm well rested, I'm well rested, I'm hydrated. I had the right food in my system.
I stretched. So I'm not and you just came off the street.
Water. I'm on that filtered water.
Right, that good water. I have BCAAs in my glass right now, bro. I know you're lying with that McDonald's and drink, and you didn't even stretch. You just got on the court and you dropped 30 points. Now we got to fight.
And you wearing Air Force Ones, like you're wearing
black
shoes.
Air Force Ones. We got to fight, bro. We just got to fight.
Yeah.
And so this is what I think everyone is talking about. We're just going to jump into the next topic because this is part of what I think it's. So I think for LeBron, he's calling out injuries so it doesn't look like load management. I think it's load management, but to make it not look like, because people are starting to look at load management as a bad thing now, right? Here's my thing on load management. It's good and it's bad, right? In the sense that you pay somebody $72 million not to get hurt to bring you a championship. You pay him however much you pay him, not because again, you paid him not to get hurt. If we're being very serious, these teams are paying you not to get hurt as well, because it sucks for them to be sit on the bench for a month or 2-3 months while your team is struggling and you're still cashing a check. It sucks for them. I mean, that's in your contract injury clause, especially if it's an on the court injury, right?
Yeah.
But so when they look at load management, it's like, okay, so you're gonna play 4 games and then you're gonna sit out 2. You're gonna play another 4 and you're gonna sit out 3. Stuff like that, right? I think that's kind of how it works. It's a good thing because, I mean, Kawhi Leonard was on the longest version of load management I've ever known to man, right? But he was hurt. You come back this season, and now the Clippers are in position. Where are they at again?
I think they're number 4.
They're number 5. They're number 5.
Yeah,
right. You and Paul George have sat out a couple of seasons or whatever to heal, to really, really heal, not just to rush back. Because again, we know what happened with KD when he ruptured, or he wasn't a rupture. He hurt it. He strained it, and then he got right back in the finals, and he ruptured it. If a player like KD can go through that, you start to get scared, right? It's like, oh my God. I mean, because back in the day, you would twist your ankle really, really bad, put your Chuck Taylors on and make it really tight, because that's what they used to play with, Chuck Taylors back in the day before Jordan came in, and you jump right back in the game 3 days later, and that made you tough. And now it's, we have all this medicine or medication, and players are still taking. But then 3 days ago, I forget his name, football player came out and said, "Listen, don't take these drugs they give you. I can barely move." Yeah, Byron Jones. I've been.
Well, that's the thing you said, Jake. When you said it to me, I had no idea about it. I went and looked at it later, and I never got to talk about it. But yeah, Byron Jones. Go ahead.
Yeah, you have a player like that come out. He's 8 years in the league, can barely walk. He's telling you can barely walk. He can barely do normal things that people do, and it sucks for him. And so when I hear that, and I look at the fact that people are telling me, "Oh, you're not tough anymore," and I'm like, why are we still defining tough by someone getting hurt and then jumping right back in the game? Like, why is that still a thing that we're doing? 1. So, but 2, I think why the fans saying load management sucks is because, Wetson, what game were we going to go to? Yes. How much were the tickets? Yes. If we had gone to that game, because you don't know, because that's the thing about load management. You don't know when the players are going to sit. If we knew, right, LeBron isn't going to play this game. AD's like not 30.
It was Nets and Lakers.
Exactly. KD and LeBron aren't going to play this game.
The season we were looking at
$500.
Yeah, it was 500, and it was like near courtside,
Yes.
Yeah, 500.
So if we paid that price, right, and we went to the game, and not 30 minutes before, right, because people usually find out like the day of. So now you don't know what to do. You've bought those tickets, now you don't know what to do. You pay $500 to sit close to courtside to watch LeBron and KD play. So much so that when LeBron does this, you're catching his sweat. It goes in your fucking eye, right? But all I'm saying is that's why.
But what's it? You would have like.
I'm not saying ew. I'm not saying ew.
Because Mo wants that. Okay, I don't care what. No.
Imagine if Shaq was still playing, he would have been like, "Jump on me, I'll catch you."
First of all,
not Shaq. That's a big ass human being, bro.
First of all, all I know is if we had bought those tickets, and LeBron and KD decided to sit out, they would have to see me. They would have to see me in the parking lot.
Exactly.
They
So
would
I
have to see me.
think that's why the fans are saying, they hate it. But if you knew like the day before or 2 days before, but that's the thing, even if you knew, but people buy those tickets ahead of time because you can get it cheap. If you buy the tickets the day before, it's more expensive. But if you buy it like ahead of time, you're good. So I think that's why as
let me
fans,
play devil advocate because
no,
I feel like
I'm about to drop my point, and then you got to hear. As fans, we need to scale back a little bit. I know paying the money sucks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Paying that kind of money would have sucked, to see that game. But when a report comes out like that with Byron Jones, I kind of have to feel a little bad. Like, damn, maybe some of these guys don't like taking the drugs as much as, because how often do you get a cortisol shot in your ankle that's sore? How often do they drain your knee? Because you want to get, like you're tough and you have to get right back the next, you have to play that back to back. I think for non-stars, it sucks because if you never become a star in the league and that's what you're doing to yourself, 10 years after you retire, you're not going to live the life LeBron or KD or Kyrie is living, right? It's like your life is going to suck a little bit because you are dealing with the repercussions, the things you did so you can make it on the court to make the money for your family. So I think it's fair to it's tough to say if it's fair or foul because again, I don't make $1 million to shoot a ball into a hoop. That is your job. It's still work, and if I'm not feeling good, I have the option to be like, hey boss, like today's not a good day for me, I can't come in, or I can't work, I'll work from home today because I feel sick, right? So I don't know. I'm still very, I don't have, because it's both fair and foul. There it is. It's both fair and it's both foul. So you have the floor now.
Jay, go ahead.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate just a little bit because there are sports, mainly baseball, that are scheduled around load management. Look at your rookie pitchers. Look at as like the Houston Astros last year. They were like 30, 40 games I had guaranteed playoffs. They were resting people in August.
Right.
So
I mean, football does it before the playoffs, and that's why they changed the schedule so that you're now playing meaningful games at the end.
As baseball, like look at it, if you have a rookie sensation pitcher coming out.
Before they changed this, I'm sorry. Before they changed the schedule to the the NFL even said something about it. We're going to start making the games at the end of the season a lot more meaningful. You're playing more division, like it became divisional games closer to the end of the season.
What I mean is
because
if you clinch
in week 12,
if you have a phenomenal rookie pitcher, are you going to be letting him throw 200?
No. Trust me, that's what I'm saying. It's both fair and foul. So yes, I'm with you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, didn't cut you off.
No. That's let's hear what what's an has to say. He's been kind of quiet.
Right. I think he's gonna call it foul.
No. I've been listening to this.
My money. No, hold on, Wetson. Jake, there. Wetson, fair or foul?
I feel like is what I said beforehand. He's going to disagree with me, so he's going to go fair.
I think he's going to say foul. Wow, we just made our first bet on the show. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Watch. He's going to be like, screw the both. Yo, I ain't saying
right. He's going to be like, I have no answer.
No. You know what's crazy though? As I'm listening to it, as I'm listening to, to listen to what you guys say, and then I realize that, we're talking about the NFL. We're talking about, if you're gonna spend $70 million on a guy to not get hurt, you want him to, to play. And then we look at, when they don't want to pay guys, and it's because of things like injury. Guys who are injury prone, they don't want to pay them. Like
Lamar Jackson.
Kyrie. Yeah, exactly. Lamar Jackson being a prime example. Even though when he plays, he's on par with like the best of quarterbacks in the league.
Correct.
But because he's injury prone, you don't pay him. But the thing I wanted to look at, I wanted to point out, like in terms of deciding whether it's fair or foul, is that look at the pace of the games now versus back in the 80s, 90s, 80s, 70s. Like look at the pace of all the games. Baseball, basketball, football. Look at the pace of the game then and look at it now. It is so much more fast paced now.
Yeah.
Guys, because of how more athletic guys are now, because of all the medicines, because of all the foods that we're eating better. These were guys who, again, some of these guys had day jobs in the 60s and play basketball on the team like afterwards. So it's like, again,
I know exactly what Mo's going with it.
So
I'm not doing it today.
No. So like, so because of that, like, you look at now, because guys are so much more athletic. Guys are bigger, stronger, faster. They jump higher. So because of that, when you do that for a certain amount of time, it takes a toll on you. I don't care how big and strong you are. I don't care how well your recovery is. Your body is your body. There's only so much that it can take. So as far as it goes, load management, I'm all for it. I think it's fair.
Ooh.
I say, okay.
Wait, Jake?
What did I do? Wow. What?
Did
we become best friends? What happened?
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Where's Wedson? That's definitely not Wedson. Can we? Okay, time out.
I feel hot. What's happening?
Can we review the tape? Because that's not Wedson. Okay.
I feel hot now.
I need this to be black and white and not blue, because
that was black and white. What are you talking about?
No. The lines on my jersey, I need it to be black and white. I need to go review the tape because where's the flag? I need a red flag real quick. Hold on. Flag on the play.
That might be the funniest moment in the show.
What the hell?
Jesus.
Wow.
I'm sick right now. Where do you get off?
Oh my
goodness. Hold on. This is appropriate. The caucasity of Wedson right now.
No, seriously.
The worst part is, as soon as I said that, Jake goes, did we just become best friends?
Do you know how confused I am? Because I was dead ass.
I'm confused too. Wedson usually tells me to shut up, white man, all the time.
Bruh. And not even no. Wedson, that's a great point that you bring up Lamar Jackson and Kyrie and Paul George. He's gonna have at some point have to restructure his contract. The guy, what's his name? John Wall. Those are the guys that when they play, what they can do on the court is amazing. But they get hurt, and now the teams are like, "Well, we don't want to." So now, if I'm hurt,
hold on. There's a good example I want to use for that one. When D Wade was signed with Converse, I think around 06, 07, after he won the championship, he was signed with Converse. They made a commercial at the beginning of the season, and the commercial was of D Wade, like, driving down the lane, dunking on people, and then he falls. He goes for on a play, after he finishes, he falls. And I think the headline was like, fall down 7 times, get up 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh man, he's like the definition of toughness and blah 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 blah. So that's what they did. But D Wade got in the league in 03. By 2012, 2013, D Wade was gas. Like he was body wasn't. He went from Flash to, I don't know, like to Batman, like to like he could not as well anymore. Never the same after that.
Reverse Flash.
What we call the fat version of Flash is Fatch. All right, get it right.
Oh man, no, and it's unfortunate because what about Derrick Rose?
No.
Imagine if Derrick Rose
went. We praised Derrick Rose for being a guy who was so athletic. He was doing all this XYZ stuff, like like we praise him for all things he was able to do. But it's like you look at it when you're leaping out of the building, it's one thing. Like what you call it, Westbrook went through a period from high school all the way to I think his 6th year in the league. He did not miss a single game.
Correct.
He was the original Iron Man from high school. Never missed a single game. And then he got one injury when Pat Bev,
his entire career shifted.
And from there, he was never the same after that.
Right. I mean, Allen Iverson played through numerous injuries. Imagine if Allen Iverson could sit down, and not play certain games because your wrist hurt.
Bro,
like you get to keep your body longer. LeBron James didn't play 20 seasons because he's tough.
Again, because he's never played more than 70 games in a season.
No,
you can check the stats.
Yeah, why does he need to do that?
Yeah. So because of that,
I'm the
he's
star.
like-
At the end of the day, I'm the biggest thing here. If you want to cut me, someone's gonna pick me up. But that's the thing, though. When you are the big star, you can leverage your power. Now, this is where it's foul. When you're the big star, you can leverage your stardom and your power. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. Yes.
no.
Do you
I disagree.
think anybody coming off the bench can do that?
No. Here's the thing.
No.
You say you're leveraging your power, but guess what? It's a give and take. Because guess what? Because you know what the team is doing? They're leveraging your stardom to bring in fans, to bring in viewers.
Correct.
So
correct.
That's
That's where we would be. Yes, they're benefiting from you.
They're benefiting from you. So then why can't you benefit from them as well? Why can't you benefit from them as well? Like 100%. It's a give and take. So therefore,
So you know what? It's fair. It's all fair. It's again. I think the only time it would be foul is because certain, like, if it's someone who really can't afford NBA tickets and that one game, is all they could afford. They take their kid and LeBron James has to sit out.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take away the sentiment of what you're saying,
right? That's why I made it an extreme though, because it's not always the extreme.
Yeah, it's like if you take something like that away from it, the NBA is a business. Like that's why that's why you buy tickets to go to the games.
Yeah, it's work. And it's a job.
And by the way, I hate KD and Kyrie, and I will always hate them because you know how LeBron sat out. LeBron and KD sat out the game that was going to go to originally.
Right.
I had bought tickets to see Philly versus the Nets.
Because that's when they left.
No. Not just when they left. Kyrie left Sunday. KD left Wednesday. The game was Friday. What I tell you, I was livid. I'm sitting courtside, like I want to punch somebody on the court in the face. I don't know who, because they didn't do nothing to me, but I want to swing on somebody.
Right. I don't blame you, man.
So
I don't blame you. And again, that's where we feel it more, and then we're more mad at it. But I am here for protecting, because again, like you said, not more than 70 games in a season, and he's still like, again, we're so far removed from when the tough guy had to play through injuries. No, you don't got to do that, because chances are you played through an injury worse, and now you're out longer when you could have missed 3 games.
If we take away from the fact that, we look at it that way because they're making millions.
Correct.
They're superstars. But if you break it down to like basically humanity level, we take breaks from work all the time when we're tired.
Yes.
We have PTO for a reason. We have sick days for a reason. We have vacation for a reason. It's because we're talking, and a lot of people doing office workers. Like a lot of people are working, like, we're not even talking about, by the time we get to the guys, working in the mine shop and stuff like that. We're talking like regular people who work in office, need
9 to 5
breaks and multiple times, 9 to 5. Like,
right.
Listen, they commute 45 minutes on an hour, get to work, sit in front of the computer and type for 7 hours. Or
what did I do to you, man? What did I do to you?
What?
Why are you talking about me? What did I do?
I'm attacked right now.
Like, what did I do to you? Are we beefing today? First of all, you purposefully decided not to go foul. Like, I still feel it was purposefully done. And now you're talking about me like, okay, my bad. My bad that I go sit in front of a computer and type. It's my fault. No, I get it.
Speaking of which, guys, here's a question for you guys to change the topic. This is talking about basketball.
Jesus Christ.
Weds, I think you guys both are aware of this, but what do you guys think of baseball putting in basically a shot clock?
A shot clock. Yes, I'm all for it. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. I was waiting for somebody to talk about that. I don't have it as a list of topics because that wasn't in here. But I was watching, because now they're testing it out in spring training, right? Or before spring training. And I saw a clip where bro was just standing there. He was not trying to like the pitcher's waiting for him to like get into the stance or whatever. He's just standing there. You can't do that because guess what? The reason why people think baseball is boring or why people think baseball goes on too long is because that does not exist. Why do you can you imagine for a player like Kyrie or a player like Luka, if the shot clock did not exist, you would see 30,000 sham gods in one
game. The game would end 35 to 40 to 42
Yes.
because those guys would dribble the ball, will dribble.
So what it is the pitch clock is 15 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the batter is not ready by second number 8, it's an automatic strike.
It's an automatic strike, yeah.
But if the pitcher's not ready by, I think, number 10 or like whatever, it's an automatic ball.
Yes.
So you see there's pitchers. I can't remember the guy's name. He's from Houston Astros. He would do
you say Houston assholes?
Yes, because I don't like Houston. You know.
Yeah,
I'm a Seattle
I know
fan,
why.
But
they fucking cheated. But go ahead. I don't like them because they're cheating.
He basically did like a 5 pump fake move that took forever. And then if you look at his clip now, he's just straight just throwing the ball instead of doing pump fakes.
Yeah, because you're all of that.
Changing baseball, I think, in a good way.
I think so too. I think that, and I think bringing replay into baseball. Baseball, the thing for me is baseball needs an injection of something, new blood. It fun factor. It needs again, the pitch clock makes it speedy. And what I also think baseball needs is for the fact that unwritten rule of people celebrating home runs needs to fucking die, because we're not playing in the, it's not, Babe Ruth ain't playing no more, bro. These are young guys who want to gritty when they hit a fucking home run. These are guys who want to do, I just want to rock. Imagine a Philadelphia Philly player sending, hitting a fucking, what's it called?
A grand slam?
A grand slam to end the game, and he just has to trot down. No, fuck that. I'm gonna Lil Uzi Vert the entire way through. and guess what? If you get, this is my thing about baseball, is all the unwritten rules, and this is where I think baseball pisses me off a little bit, right? I don't know if you feel the same way, Jake, but like the thing where like if I showboat after I hit a dinger, or if I send that thing over the board, right? If I showboat on the next pitch, you are kind of allowed to pitch at me.
Yeah,
I think it's to fucking go to hell.
You see it in the more like older baseball. I remember Roy Halladay and all them pitching. Somebody would showboat the next pitch, then they get deemed in the Reds or whatever.
Yeah,
but
fucking do that shit.
You would also have batters. I remember Jose Bautista would hit a home run, and he would just sit there and hold the bat, drop it, and just give you a stare, and just walk to first base. I think shit like that should be allowed.
If I play for the Phillies, I'm like, I'm going to the sound guy. If I hit a home run, you better turn that fucking Lil Uzi Vert on, because they about to see that all the way around. It would be because of me they'll add a home run clock. Like,
no. Right. You know what happened? You know what happened? No, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I came back from an injury, I'm one of the stars. I just came back from an injury, right? And I've been struggling the first couple of games. They're like, man, we need to see, we need the old, James back. We need that guy. We need that one star back. And then, like you said, it's like bottom of the ninth. We're down 3. There's 3 men on base. I'm like, oh man, like it's like it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, and now we're coming down to it.
And send that thing out the park.
I send that thing out of the park. It's a 97-mile pitch, but I knock it out of the park. Oh no. The sound guy's gonna have Meek Miller in the background. So what? Is this what you're waiting for?
I was ready. Do you understand? Like, I would go to every baseball game, if that happened,
bro.
I get the people, because I think the same people that say they don't want showboating in baseball, the same people that get mad when people celebrate in football. It's the same people. You can draw a line and find those people. Yeah. Like, somebody dunks, he stared at him. Why would he ever do that? Like, those things make me want to watch the fucking game. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I guarantee you, if we go to a Yankee, if we go to say like a Subway Series, Yankees Mets.
Oh yeah, Yankees Mets.
And if there's not some kind of like tension between people or like the players, obviously not. I don't want to get in a fight, with somebody, but
I do. I want the fucking dugouts to be empty. I'm sorry.
If I don't see Pete Alonso and Aaron Judge having a stare down, like each hit a home run, they don't do that. They'll stare down or say something.
Right.
Then it's just like it's still fun, but it's like, come on, like people pay to see you guys hit tanks. Be excited.
I'm sorry. This is why the steroid era in baseball like has my heart. And I know people that get mad when I say shit like that, but it has my heart. Because if you were pitching 97, maybe 102, I think what's his name? The tall guy. Help me out. Jake, you know what I'm talking about.
Randy Johnson, yeah.
I think Randy pitched a 100 at one point.
101.
Randy hit 101, yeah.
Yeah, 101.
Yes. If you're pitching that and if I send that out the park, granted, I got a little jack because I'm taking HGH. But that's the thing that pisses me off about, the steroid era. I think we need to do a show about the steroid era and just let all our opinions out.
I'll send a clip to you guys, but it's Randy Johnson versus Mark McGwire, where Mark McGwire was with the Oakland Athletics.
I know the clip.
And they said, the announcer's like, if Mark McGwire hits this ball, it's going 500 feet. And you see Randy Johnson throw the fastball, and McGwire, being McGwire, hits the ball, and you just go like this.
Yeah.
548 feet.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. The steroid era had my heart because it was fun, Granted, it wasn't pure baseball, but it was. Anyways, let's not get caught up in that.
Let me ask a quick question.
That's it.
At the risk of,
fuck, I'm scared. At the risk of scared the shit out of me, but go ahead.
Can something like that help the WNBA?
You say steroids?
Earlier, Wetson mentioned we were talking about the PNW, and I mentioned Sacramento Kings, and right now Sacramento Kings are sitting at number 3 in the playoff spot, and I'm and it's funny because we were saying the Sacramento Kings hadn't done anything in 18 years.
20
hadn't made the play. Yeah, close to 20 years. Hadn't done anything, right? Now they're sitting at number 3. They're a team in the West that people want to pay. What the hell is wrong with you, Wetson?
What do you mean?
Anyways, they're a team that the question is, are the Kings?
Let's go back to WNBA.
No. The question is, are the Kings on the list of teams to watch out for in the NBA? Please, God.
Somebody says that Ben Simmons looked like he shaved his beard and joined the WNBA.
Oh, see what I mean? Like I just knew it was gonna go. Let's not make it go left. Let's keep it where it is.
Right.
Are the Kings on a list of teams out for in the NBA? In the West.
I'll let Woodson go first. It's okay.
Okay.
Because you were so eager to remind us that they haven't done anything in 20 years when I was like,
but again,
running in California.
But the things though, like the reason why, like I remember, since the last time they were good is because they were like one of 3 teams that was a threat to my Lakers back then. It was them, Portland, and the Spurs.
The Spurs,
like
yes.
Those teams were annoying for like 4 years straight for LA. Like so, I remember them well. I remember the entire starting lineup. So, but yeah. Okay.
Do you remember their starting lineup now, though?
No. But the thing is, though, the reason why I think they're a team to watch out for is because right now, same thing with Memphis, like the last couple of years, they're playing with house money.
True.
Like there's no high expectation of them right now. Them being number 3 is a topic because we didn't expect anything out of them. So because of that, when you play with house money, you play with a little bit more freedom. You play a little bit more free. You could make a mistake because if you get to a playoff and let's say you blow a 2-0 lead or something like that, people forgive it because they're like, yo, they haven't been here before. In fact, this is the furthest they've been in 20 years. So you can't expect this team to come out and be just great, whatever. So you play with house money. So because of that, yeah, it's easy. It's easy to be scary. When you have when you play with nothing to lose. True. So they say so because of that, that's why I think they're definitely a team to watch out for in terms of like they can scare like a contender, like a true contender into getting the shit together. So that's why I think it's a team to watch out for.
They definitely have the potential to upset a few teams. If some teams like take them for granted and not take them seriously, then they can upset a couple teams.
Yeah.
If this season were to end now, they would be playing. I think they'd be playing Dallas.
Dallas.
Right?
They'll be playing Dallas, in the first round.
I think they beat the shit out of Dallas, and maybe not the shit. I think they beat Dallas, and that makes them scary. And it's not, again, Dallas has Luka and Kyrie, and I think, but the thing is, I don't think those guys are good together yet. I don't think.
I mean, I think they're 1-3 together. So, when they both play.
Did I miss something here? What's this?
Why?
Yo,
why did Anthony walk in here so violent?
Here with the violent energy, man. What's good with you, bro? Like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? No, none of that.
They said everybody. You can see my fat head. You can't really see my shirt, bro.
Yeah. Straight violence, man.
Came in here violent. But yes, I 100% think the Kings are a team to watch out for. If the season ends today, they play Dallas. I have them beating Dallas, and that's crazy because Dallas made it to the
conference finals.
The conference finals last year, and so they're expected. Much is expected from them again, especially after going out to get the guy from Brooklyn. So yes, I am looking at you. I'm paying attention now because I think that's what they wanted. You got my attention. You got my attention. That's all I got to say. So that's all we have for basketball. I think those are the main topics that we have today. Before we go, we always do one. We pluck one random football topic and talk about. Today, I want about this one. Dan Snyder versus Jeff Bezos. This is so fun right now. It is the most fun thing happening in football. I don't care about Derek Carr. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers. I don't care. Like Tom Brady could fall out of his chair and be hurt, and I would not care because what is going on between Washington Post and and the Washington Commanders is way more fun. This morning, I woke up to a message from ESPN saying that a couple minority owners are looking at Daniel Snyder, are snitching on him rather, saying that the Washington Commanders don't have money or don't have as much money as people think they do. That Daniel Snyder has been borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, and that Daniel Snyder has been misappropriating funds, so he could be going to jail for fraud. Like, do you understand? There's so much going on. 2 days ago, Daniel Snyder said he'd rather die than sell the team or sell his shares of the team to Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. This is from a while back. Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. This is like a fucking reality show. He owns the Washington Post that put out the article about that put out the article, and he's still. Dan Snyder is Teflon. And remember that put out the article about all the nastiness that they were doing. And then remember over the summer, Wetson, to Anthony's point, a lot of the Colts owner, Jim Irsay, was like, I have heat on Dan Snyder, and if he doesn't sell his team, I'm going to put it out. And right before the season started, they all voted, or they said, and then they said, oh, never mind, we're not going to vote to get Dan Snyder out of the team. We're not going to vote him out of his ownership. How this is an interesting thing because how much when billionaires fight, I have no fucking
hold on. You know what? That's exactly what I was waiting to say. I was like, bro, I'm like, the way billionaires fight is beyond me. I can't fathom. I can't understand.
I feel like they need to make a show, Celebrity Deathmatch, Billionaire Edition.
Listen, I would watch it because ain't no fucking way. And that's the thing. I'm thinking Dan Snyder has everybody's news because there's no way that everyone knows all the dirt that this man has done, but can't seem to get him out of this team. You can't touch him. He's Teflon. And now he's like, again, like I said, he might be going to jail for fraud because minority owners have come out to say, he's been misappropriating funds. He took over $200 million to put on his jet the Commanders logo and say it's advertising. Bro, what kind of fucking advertising budget do you have, bro? Like, what?
I promise you, he doesn't go to jail.
Oh, I know. You don't have to. You do not have to promise me that. He's a white billionaire. He's not going anywhere, bro.
No,
I'm sorry, Jake. I mean, no, I'm not sorry, the white billionaire. So this is not you. These are not your problems.
Jake is a billionaire.
I'm a billionaire. Don't apologize.
Right? Jake is a regular guy. You're not a white billionaire, so you don't know those problems. But yeah, Dan Snyder is not going anywhere. He will sell the team. I know that for a fact. But he would sell it to somebody that he would rather sell it to somebody that I think he'd rather be in charge of a sale. I don't think I don't know if Jeff Bezos bought the team. Would that okay? Now the question to you guys before we go: if Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Commanders, would that be good for them or would that be bad for them? Or would you care? Honestly, I just feel like,
I feel like you're really amped up because you're a Commanders fan now, and
it's fun. This is the most fun like thing.
As soon as they turn into the Colts, you'll be like
I'm a Browns fan after that. Like
yeah. Like,
nah, I would rather shovel shit than put a shit colored jersey on my body. Go ahead, man.
Word fact, I read a post saying that the Cleveland Browns are already trying to get out of the contract they gave to Watson. So, anyways,
of course,
I feel like you're really amped up because you're a Commanders fan, but I feel like they have a lot more that needs done than just a different owner.
Yes,
they need a quarterback.
They need
help on defense. You can't.
I mean, they also, but they just hired Eric Bieniemy, so congratulations to him, offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. But as Anthony said, Dan should have been fired from that Sean Taylor mess. Put a mannequin and put a jersey on the mannequin and said that's Sean Taylor's statue. I would be fucking pissed about his family. Daniel Snyder does not need to be the owner of another football team ever in life, but
they need a different head coach. Ron Rivera should not be a head coach.
Oh yeah, Riverboat Run is done. He's done.
Again. That's what happened when you're untouchable. Like, I mean, that's what happens.
It does, man.
That's what it is, bro.
You're right. But like I said, when billionaires fight, it's just so fucking funny because this should be so public, and it's all like shit that if I was doing or you were doing, it wouldn't be a funny article. It wouldn't be just a article. It would be jail time.
Yeah,
right.
It would be just time over something petty. Like that's what it would be.
Right. If I took money from my company and put it on my jet and said I was allocating it for advertisement, I'd be fired. I'd have to reimburse that money, and I'd probably spend 30 days in jail. So. When you're rich and you're white,
that was the whole advertisement for 200 million.
Bro, it was fucking ridiculous.
2% white stuff. Come on now. It's okay.
Sure.
No, but that's.
I feel like you and Watson were about to have a beef earlier when Watson agreed with me. I feel like that's something petty you guys would fight about.
I'm for load management, bro.
I still can't believe that one. I really cannot believe that one. I'm still stunned.
Anyway, I didn't even get to explain myself on that one. I simply said I think it's fair, but you guys there
was no need for explanations, bro.
Watson, I'll send you that $20 tomorrow for agreeing with me. Thank you.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Thank you, Jake, for being honest. I just knew it. I just fucking knew it. Anyways, it's been a fun show.
Oh my God.
I have fun.
Choking on a grape.
I hate both, yeah. Pause.
I have fun. I can't wait to do this again next week. But again, pretty fucking straightforward show, pretty interesting show. I think, I think the biggest thing that we talked about today is the fact that we think load management is fair, and that is a very wild thing. That the first time all three of us have agreed on something.
By the way, this is the first time I fit in this shirt since like 2016. So
Anthony said from
that's
Baby
why
Gap,
Anthony said it. Yeah.
All right, fellas. Thanks for a good show. I will catch you next week for another one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Play ball. There you go. There it is. There's a winner. Look at that. Back. Gone. We have a chance. Showdown. Yankees 12, Red Sox 11.
He's gone. He couldn't go all the way.
No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Golazo! ¡Toma de gol! Well, there's a long ball through and oh my God!